So you're going to start the podcast and have me in there as well. But these are shit, Doug.
Just fucking eat it.
They're soft and soggy. I don't want to eat soggy biscuit. You know the story of soggy biscuit.
I do not.
I'm sure you've heard it before.
Brad, can you enlighten us?
Alright, let's do a podcast. Okay. Brad's just holding us up.
It's right whenever you finally got here.
I'm sorry.
Luke said 5:30. God. Alright.
Ready?
What are you looking at?
You?
Me?
Yeah. Hello, listeners and internet viewers. This is the Trusty Crowbar, episode 106.
As soon as you started talking, I needed to burp. I was like, damn it. I was like, because I
What, now it's all gone? Or?
No, like...
You swallowed it. You swallowed it back down.
Yeah, and then it's bad taste in my mouth now. Burp taste.
Should probably get that checked out by a doctor.
Probably.
I'm Lucas Whittingslow.
I'm Reese Whittingslow.
Douglas Bright.
And we have a special guest this week. Sitting next to Reese and opposite Doug.
Opposite?
No,
Opposite? It's not opposite at all.
Oh, on a...
Don't hold your breath. Breathe before you say it.
I'm sorry, I forgot my name.
Welcome.
Bradley Eden.
How you doing, Brad?
Yeah, not too bad.
Well, we should give you the three
It
questions.
went from like fairly high. Bradley? That's it.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
I'm here.
That was my pit of excitement. I'm done now.
He's good. You can go now, by the way.
Cool.
Thank you for being a guest on the podcast.
Your job is done.
Sweet.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, guys, let's talk about some video
Why do you
games.
always don't touch? You always touch the microphone.
I don't touch the microphone.
You
The
touch it a
microphone
lot.
gets in the place of my hands.
I thought you were going to say in the place of your boobs.
What, that's just
Capture
rough.
the cleavage.
She's like,
Booga.
that's the noise. It picks up.
Booga,
Yeah.
booga, booga.
No,
Yeah.
booga.
Booga.
Yeah, it's like a H on
Booga,
it.
booga, booga. I can't say that. Booga, booga, booga. I can't say it quick.
Really?
Ooh. Got my phone on silent, so that's fine.
Okay, yeah, so video games, guys. I actually finally got to play Hotline Miami
Yes.
this week.
The first one or the second one?
The second one. And it wasn't working last week, and I was complaining about it, and I was like, look, I'm going to give it one more go, and if it crashes on me
Mac,
again,
obviously,
yeah,
too.
I'm giving up, and I'm going to download it on the PlayStation. And started playing it for like 2 and a bit hours, fine. And I was like,
It is your Mac that's the issue. Like, not Mac in general, just yours.
it doesn't work.
It broke again.
No, it worked. No, it worked. 2.5 hours I was playing the game.
Remember
and
that
it's
episode
really good.
of a podcast we filmed twice? Because yours
Yeah,
kept
yeah,
crashing
right.
indiscriminately. Just bang, done.
Hey, I wasn't on that, so I was happy.
Yeah, then we had to get you in the next day. We're like, yeah, we need an episode.
Yep,
And-
it happened. Fixed it.
Now, have you guys played a bit of Hotline Miami too?
Yeah, I
Fair
played a
bit?
shit
I
ton.
have.
Brad,
I played the first one.
played the first one? Yeah.
As far as I was aware, it was still banned over here.
It is.
We're not Australian.
We can talk about this.
Yeah.
Now,
I got a legitimate
I'm not
copy.
going to say I have or have not downloaded it illegally, and I have
The
not.
developer
The
recommended it.
developer has recommended it, but I'm not going to say I have. I might have, but I might not
You're
have.
taking a very political
Hold on.
angle.
Just in
at this.
case.
Is it if something's been refused classification, would it then be illegal to play it in the country?
So we haven't played Hotline Miami this week at all, and what we've been playing is super gory top-down death shooter with weapons
And pixelated
and
graphics.
pixelated graphics. Number 2. So
So we'll just say where I pre-ordered it
yeah,
on the Humble Store, just on a whim. I was like, after Reese had spoke about it a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, oh yeah, that must be out. Checked it out. I'm like, oh, it comes out in 2 days. I'm like, cool, I'll pre-order it. Paid with PayPal. And then it appeared on my Humble account as soon as it was launched, like whatever, the day after in America, because of us being behind.
yeah,
That was-
it was a day forward for us.
Yeah. Obviously on
Yeah.
time, but and then I went on, grabbed the PC installer, so it definitely never come with the Steam key, so that auto locked in.
Oh, really? Didn't?
Yeah, never. That was never there. And then you obviously went on, grabbed it as well,
Yeah, I got the Mac.
the Mac
installer,
version,
yep.
and then you were, I half mentioned this last week. Then you were texting me like, "Where's
I
the
think
download
you
gone?"
full mentioned this
Yeah,
last
we
week.
did. But then there's a follow up to this, so
yeah.
you never listened last week. So that's cool.
Follow-ups.
I
should have a recap of last week's episode.
Essentially, you should have
Previously on the Trusty Crowbar, Doug tries to get Hotline Miami 2. I mean, super gory, top-down view, pixelated graphics too.
So I put in a humble, like on the Humble store, a whatever, where you can just do the contact us thing. And then they had gotten back to me a day later. They were pretty quick. I was happy enough with that. And they were like, yep, not available in your country. I'm like, cool.
Ha 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 ha. And then they're like deleting it, accidentally hit enter, and they're like, oh, shit.
And then they were like, oh yeah, if you want to get a refund, just do this. They're like, I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. But because I paid with PayPal, they're like, can you get the reference number from PayPal? And that's weird.
What is
our
that
neighbour's pipes. Winky face.
At
Sounds like
first,
someone with like
an oboe. They're like oboe. They're like practicing the oboe.
I hope that people can hear that, or I
God,
probably
that's
hope they
creepy.
can't. It is quite frightening.
Seriously,
But the
at
odd thing
first
is,
I thought
I
someone
don't-
farted.
I don't hear
Yeah, and then it kept going.
Don't hear anything from the neighbours. Like I don't hear like footsteps or voices, TV, nothing.
I just hear a lot of murder.
Well, I hope you can hear footsteps from neighbours,
Screams,
Doug.
No,
Yes.
Screaming.
gunshots.
Yeah.
Footsteps are normally pretty
Help
quiet.
me
No.
quite a bit.
Previous people, so previous tenants that were in there, so both like rental townhouse, and it's all wooden floorboards, and would hear the lady coming downstairs in high heels. Like that was really loud. That was like the one thing I could hear was just the
Steel-capped high heels.
Yeah.
yeah. But and then these people
And you just hear
moved in.
Footloose in the background, just
Exactly.
getting blasted.
But anyway, they were like, "Yeah, we'll refund you through Humble Store." But it was like I was just saying before the podcast, like a little annoying that it's a two-step process. That they're like, "Yeah, can you get this code and do this?" I'm like, "Can't you just see that I've purchased it and just refund me?" Unless some of that stuff is blocked.
What do you mean, get this code?
They need me to get the reference code from PayPal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how
Oh,
Maybe they can't access that.
Yeah,
PayPal
maybe.
makes you jump through a lot of hoops to get any sort of money back.
Well, who does?
PayPal does.
PayPal.
Yeah. When I bought Elder Scrolls Online through EB's online site, for some reason I went through twice, and so they took out like $150 twice. So I was
Awesome.
like, cool, I'll just cancel that one, and then PayPal wouldn't give me my money back.
You paid $300 for a game that should have cost you $0.
Yeah.
Let's not dwell on it.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
He's been playing it ever since.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I played it for a month. That was about it.
Yeah, I did that with a free beta.
You even had 60 days of time code.
I know.
You only played it for 30.
Maybe it was 2 months then. I don't know. I played until my subscription ran out and was like, yeah, I'm done with this.
Yeah. Now it's free.
Is it really?
It's free.
yeah.
Free to play right now.
Yeah, just-
Doug rang me up at work. He's like, I need a copy of this. Do you have a copy? I'm like, they're not out yet. He's like, no, they've got to be out. Checked on the system and they don't come out till June. Like
Who rang you?
Ben, not Doug. I said Doug rang me.
I was like, "There's a second Doug in your life."
No, Ben, who's been on the podcast, rang me. Yeah, and I'm like,
Who's only sunk about 4 million hours into
yeah, wow.
Skyrim.
Oh, Skyrim and WoW. He's been playing WoW heaps recently,
He's
and
a WoW
he's
whore.
like, I really need a copy to buy.
WoW
And I'm like, look,
Skyrim
dude, it's
together.
not out for ages and stuff. And so I just said to him, dude, I've got an account. Here's my login details. You can take it. He's like,
Well, that's why I was messaging you, Doug, through the week.
Yeah,
I was
'cause I
like, you're
didn't-
playing a bit of Elder Scrolls, are you? You're like, which one?
I didn't understand
hashtag Daggerfall.
why I suddenly would have been playing it because I hadn't heard the news yet.
Oh,
I was
okay.
like, ah.
Yeah, I did hear about it. Just didn't know when it was meant to be
Right
launching.
now.
Yeah.
Happened.
Hey, let's
Lucas, let's
go back to Hotline Miami.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. No, not that game. We haven't played that game.
I mean, super...
Quick, what was your
Gun down, Corey,
what
gun
was
down.
your actual impressions? 2.5
Okay,
hours.
so
in,
2.5 hours in of this game, and I've gotten up to...
How much longer is it than the original?
a lot apparently.
Okay, it's a lot longer because I die so many more times in this game.
But do you die
the
because you
reason why I
can't
die
see?
is because the shitty NPCs are off the screen firing shotguns at me.
Yeah. Also, like, okay, I do enjoy the game and I've been playing the shit out of it, but holy fuck, these guys are like Daredevil. Like, you go through a door, they're not looking at you.
They know
you
you're
take
there.
a tiny step near them,
Yeah.
they go...
No, even
Like, they have the quickest reflexes than any other video game I've ever played.
Even walking around a corner where a dude's like a distance away, facing the opposite direction, as soon as I step around the corner, turns around, shotgun. I'm like, are you serious?
I think I had seen someone online had said you do a lot of run out, go back in the corner, and that's how I've been playing. I wondered, I'm like,
that's not how I enjoyed Hotline Miami 1.
Yeah.
Get game mechanics and they get lost on me. They're like, yeah, you meant to do it this way. And you talked about it from like Hitman, where you're like, yeah, once you probably broke the game that you were saying to play Hitman. And I actually feel like that a little bit with this. Like, as in, I just really repetitively am doing this.
You go
forward,
hey!
and then run back, and then...
See, I do that a fair bit. Do. But... And I tried to do stuff like what's in the trailer. So I've gotten one of the characters now that you can do the double machine gun.
I do not do what hit.
But like, I tried that. You run around, you do the spin. You're like, fuck yeah, this is cool. Dead. Fuck yeah, dead. Fuck yeah, dead. I literally tried it for about 20 minutes, going, I'm going to do this and it's going to be cool. But then I'm dead.
I found the easiest character to work with a minute was the one who cannot use weapons because you're forced to run at people and punch them in the face. The one that where you punch them, they're dead straight away.
That sounds awesome.
Really good because like you just run and go, and you just like
You know what I
knowledge
like
people
about
over.
him? Is he can punch the big guys.
Yes.
Oh really?
Woo. You can't kill him with a punch, but you got to do the whole space or whatever
Worst-
your buttons are.
Worst character I've had so far is the two characters.
No.
I hate them so much.
Yeah, I'm right with it. The shit.
Like chainsaw, gun. Oh, he's shooting over there.
Yeah.
Oh no, and then you die and hands up.
I was going to say what I did with that to probably once again brag it. I'd only use the chainsaw guy pretty much to kill people. I'd go into a corner, shoot,
and wait
and
till they
they
run
would
around.
run. But the other thing too, someone could hear you diagonally through a wall when there was no. So they would run around half the map to get to you.
Oh, really?
So you could shoot like. So if it's whatever force or there, they would hear you. Anyone listening can't see what I'm talking about, but that sort of hear you down.
Considering you're covering the camera,
change your
just
hands.
Yeah, this way. But I'm trying to think of how to explain it in words.
okay, there's the square and it's diagonally opposite the rooms.
Yeah, and it's like, but not the. There'll be people in the next room over where they should be able to hear you because it's like through a doorway.
Yeah,
and that's fine. And they would come to you, which was awesome. But then the guys that were really meant to be a lot further through the map because you would have to sort of
run
go
around,
down. You would have to.
I still
cover a lot of
found
map.
some people really close. Like, I reckon that this, for some reason, wasn't tested as much as what the first one was. Because people, you could literally stand next to some people and shoot or kill someone and they won't do anything about it. They'll just keep going on their merry way. Like, there's a level in the sewers where you can literally, there's a guy just smoking away. You can shoot a couple of people and he's literally just like, yeah, fuck it.
Okay, I was trying to remember.
It just doesn't even care.
I didn't play the
I got
first
to figure
one.
out. I got
Yeah,
finished.
it's all cool. It's all cool, guys. You're just bleeding some blood.
Enough. But was there actual... Did, like, the enemies actually react? Can anyone remember to people being shot?
No, they don't.
Did anyone...
On number
in the
one,
first
or
one,
the
yeah.
second
First
one?
one.
I'm sure
yeah,
they did
in the first one they did.
Yeah,
But
that's
they
all.
just didn't seem as sudden. But
Whereas
I
now,
should go
like,
back and play.
like you said, you can
They
kill
don't
the guy
react at all.
next to someone,
Yeah.
and as long as they didn't see you, the only thing they react to, full stop, is you.
Yeah.
So you can kill someone next to them, and that's fine. And then sometimes, though...
No,
they
not with
suddenly-
guns. Not with guns.
Guns they react, but if there's,
Yeah.
you know how there's
No, but
people
that's 'cause they hear it, but-
you know there's people that scout out the area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you kill the first guy, this guy behind, if he doesn't see you, he would just be like, no, he's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Just keep going.
I
Yeah,
haven't
because
noticed
there's
that.
heaps of two-people patrols, and that's the... Are you up to the NARM?
God,
Are you up to all the NARM levels yet?
the NARM. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
So
up to
there's-
that now.
there's
Just-
heaps
What
of-
is the setting for this game?
Dude,
It's all over
reactions
the place.
like-
it doesn't make
40
any
years.
sense
Oh,
because
okay.
there's multiple stories in it, and
But they're backfilling. So
Yeah.
you're like, you start in the 90s, I think there's 90s. in there,
80s,
or
80s,
late
82.
Late 80s?
No, early
Yeah,
80s.
Okay. But then they're like, they are backfilling, telling you the story of the characters. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. So
The-
they're like
the
going
one-
back and showing you
So
the...
it's playthrough flashback.
essentially.
yeah.
Yeah.
So there's one thing in this game that would do so much better and would make it easier to understand story and emotion is voice acting. If they just had voice acting with all the characters, that would benefit the game so much more.
But I think it'd be against what they're going for, I suppose.
Yeah, with the retro
And
feel.
plus it'd be cheaper. But they don't have to.
Obviously, but
But look,
just
my-
that one little
Yeah.
thing, like just it adds
No.
an extra element to emotion and characters and all that. Like, even if their characters are just still just doing this...
There's two things that
plopping
really
away.
need to be fixed in this game. And it's not going to be fixed. And one of it, like, voice acting would be great. But the camera closeness, you either pull it back so that you can see a bit more.
I should just do a field of view
Or
option.
the rooms are smaller.
Yeah.
Like, I seriously frustrated so many times when... The game basically is a game where you just keep playing, like you play through to a certain bit, die, then you play through and remember where they are and then get a little bit further and die, then play through up to there and then get a little bit further and die.
But then it's a little bit dynamic that sometimes guys change their routes. And I've been killed by the last person in a level, and that is one of their off-screen and shoot you.
Yeah, a little bit like that.
I don't know.
But
I don't know if this idea is they're prompting you to use the look around function.
I use look around.
Because
Even with look
I
around.
never did that in the first one.
I used it all the time in the first one.
Yeah.
where you can look a little bit further out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It felt because I played with the 360 controller on the PC and felt a bit weird doing that on the controller.
Yeah, no, I seem to.
It's fine.
I've found it
For some reason, he thinks it's awesome as with the controllers.
I
It's
like
great
it.
You can
with
do
the
everything
I
with
like
it.
it as well.
Yeah, alright. Maybe I just suck.
PCs.
What
No,
did
he
you,
was
did you
against
play it with? You played keyboard and mouse at all, or controller?
No,
maybe?
controller. Like
Did you
360
try it with
controller.
keyboard and mouse at all?
No.
No. Okay.
Stuff
You're
that.
weird.
I bought a controller, so I wanted to use it.
So yeah, anyway, so off distance just frustrated the hell out of me.
I've just taken that on as part of the game, so I've sort of moved
Well,
on.
you have to once you get
gotta, that's it.
Well, okay. Tell me, just move on, Lucas. All right, just move on from your gripe. We don't want any
I
negative
totally-
press about this
I get what you're
top-down
saying.
shooter.
But there's things that annoy me about it, but the game.
Yeah.
But then that wasn't. I was just like, oh, okay. I just took it as a game mechanic and wasn't upset. So.
I didn't think that this game could be more brutal than the first, but it is way more gorier.
Isn't there also
And-
a little bit of sexual violence?
It does say
Brad's
that
getting
at the start.
excited.
I skipped. I don't know if I accidentally skipped that at the start.
I think it's only
The
at the
option:
start.
do you want sexual
yeah, and
violence
I
or
think
not?
I just clicked A at the very start. I was just like, I just want to play, and I was just hitting A, and then I definitely.
Did you see the scene where they were doing the movie?
Yes.
And he got a bit, bit excited with the girl.
Yeah, I don't think I must have skipped it.
What?
You didn't see that bit?
Nope.
The movie?
You know how they were filming? Like, part of it's like filming a movie. Yeah. And I think that's the only sexual bit at the
I must have
start.
skipped it too.
So now the other thing too that once just other stuff I've been reading about this game, and because I haven't finished it yet, and I never got to finish Hotline Miami 1, but they sort of said that there was stuff that was inferred a little bit in the first, but they never really go into any backstory to what's the whole, you know, where did these guys come from, and that's the whole. It's like this is essentially like backstory to number 1.
Yeah.
and explaining where they're.
Okay.
I want to know if you were getting the same idea as me, because this isn't really a spoiler. Like, it's just part of the story in a way. Do you reckon that the guy that you normally play in Nam, the redhead guy,
Yeah,
is the store clerk from the first one?
I can't remember the first one enough.
Because you know the guy that you always talk to, and he's like, "Hey man, woo, what's up, dude?"
And he worked everywhere.
Yeah. I think that that's who is in there, because when he was talking with all his mates in the actual game,
And they're talking about
he
what
said,
they're gonna do?
Yeah, and he's like, I just want to like work in a shop and just have a TV next to me and just chill back. And they're like, man, you got your life planned out.
Yeah, I'm sort of just. I think I'm going.
And he's a redhead, where the other guy, I'm sure he was a redhead as well.
Yeah,
And I think that's who the character on the front cover of number 2 is as well. But this story, does it make sense to you guys yet?
No.
So how?
But
what
number one
actor
never
you
made
up
Yeah,
sense.
to?
number 1 was pretty convoluted.
What act? I'm up to scene 19 or something.
Oh, okay, yeah. So we're
So,
pretty
yeah,
close.
yeah.
I've just got to Nam, so I'm how far behind
Yeah,
you?
pretty far behind.
No,
Okay.
yeah, 'cause
Well,
there's a couple-
okay, in your time of playing would probably be like 4 hours, I reckon, because you just
4
die.
more hours to get up to you guys.
Probably.
Far out, yeah.
So it doesn't really give too much away. I'm on the Nam.
Nam.
What do you want to say? Nam.
Yeah,
Where the lieutenant or colonel, whatever his rank is, he's like, "Yeah, you guys have been screwed over, and like you're just gonna get killed. You aren't gonna get to go home."
Oh, okay. So have you gone?
Is that how he let him down?
Have
It's like
you-
you guys are just,
You guys are screwed.
You're not.
I'm trying to think. Have you gone like a couple of bases and
Yeah, I've been
killed
doing
some people?
couple of bases, and I'm up to. Actually, it's paused on my computer at the moment.
Have you done the
Like it's been paused for 2 days. Like my computer's been on for 2 days with that minimised.
The freight thingy, the freight container level?
Yeah, that was ages ago.
Oh, okay.
That was the one I was talking about where the samurai swords cut heaps of people up.
I haven't found samurai swords.
Ooh.
They were fun in the first game.
I haven't found them.
Well,
That makes
yeah,
me
so
sad.
I'm, maybe I'm in front still.
But we don't want to give too much away anyway.
I only have one question to you guys about one particular scene. It was where you were the character that didn't want to kill anyone. As you were breaking into...
Yeah, you're the copper or the reporter.
Yeah,
I couldn't work
you're the
out which
reporter.
And you start getting psycho and psycho.
After you've left the courthouse,
Yeah.
okay, and you go talk to this one guy and stuff, and you beat the guy at the front door, okay, and as you go in, did you know that like you can knock people down and they're just knocked out? But as you're knocking them down, that's the only character I found it with. You know how usually you double tap, keep tapping A a little bit.
No,
and
he
then
keeps smashing them and doesn't
you
get
can
off
keep
them.
smashing them.
Yeah,
Did you
yeah,
do that?
yeah.
And I was like, why am I getting off? And I'm like literally smashing his face in, blood's going everywhere. I'm like, I'm not getting on. What's going on? And then I realised I'm not supposed to kill people. Like this character's not meant to kill them. So I knocked everyone out pretty much after that.
So you just like
actually some people I
went
killed.
absolutely batshit on one person.
So you just didn't kill them all.
I knocked a bunch of them out, but then there was one guy which really annoyed me, kept killing me, so I
Had a
killed
gun?
him. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But there's some crazy bits in it. It's like, why has it gotten so extreme? Like there's a train scene when you get off the subway or something, and you don't actually kill people, you just knock them all out, and you actually do just knock them out.
Oh, really?
You can't pick up weapons or anything like that.
Yeah,
but
that's
they
almost
can
a bit
shoot the fuck
frustrating.
out of you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, very frustrating. But it's like, it's, again, another part of the story is that you're just not quite getting
And what's
it.
that, the sort of boss character out of that? There isn't any harder to kill.
No,
But there's a boss
no.
there that's in charge.
And he can signal other people to
Yeah.
come get you. But yeah, I just killed him.
Yeah, he was really easy. Like, I knocked him down,
Took
and
one
there were
hit.
still heaps of other people around.
Yeah. But that's Hotline Miami.
That's what. Well, is it?
What we're up to so far. I mean, super gunned down pixels too. Gore.
Well, the first
Lucas.
one was hard as balls. How much more difficult is the
I
second?
reckon that this is... It starts how hard the first one finishes.
Yeah, this is like balls in titanium.
Yeah,
Christ.
straight away it was hard. It was a lot harder than
Because I was trying to think to myself, I'm like, was I...
Shit.
Did I get good at the first one and it was okay? Because like I said, I could never finish it because it kept breaking.
That's a no then.
And then... But then I was like, have I just gotten worse? What's the deal here? And then I heard people talking about it and read about it and they were like, yeah, it's definitely harder. But the time period... It's been ages since I played the first one, so I couldn't really remember.
Yeah, it's a game which I thought I'd go back to a few times, like the first Hotline Miami, but I haven't.
I probably finished it 3 times.
Oh, really?
The first one, yeah.
Talk
Yeah,
it
I
up.
did.
I can't even...
I was going to try and
Actually,
finish it.
Brad, finishing games, that's something we should say.
Yeah, you're probably not
Do you
welcome on
often-
the podcast.
Like, do you often repeat games over and over?
Certain ones, which I probably shouldn't because they take over 100 hours.
Which ones?
Fallout.
You've repeated Fallout?
Yeah,
As in completely finished?
only twice.
But was that to play a different style? So good against bad? Or was that you just like, I'm going to do the same thing again and blow up Megaton?
Because I only played through the main story the first time,
Yeah.
and then the second time I played through, I pretty much played through nearly exactly the same. Just then I went and did all the DLC.
Side story, yeah. All the DLC.
Yeah, all
so
the
still all the
DLC.
main stuff. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough.
I think on my last playthrough, I've got absolutely nothing to do except for random encounters.
Really?
Yeah, it's
That'd be well over 100 hours of gameplay.
Yeah.
Like that
You
game's
obviously
got
played
over
the
300 hours, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What's the full edition, whatever, like the one
Game
with
of
all
the
the
year?
DLC? Yeah.
the Fallout 3 Ultimate
Yeah,
or whatever
I'm
it
assuming
was.
that's what you
Yeah.
played, like with all
Yeah.
the DLC.
Yep.
So which one, 3 or New Vegas?
I prefer 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, hands down. Although the
James, sorry, James, your phone's on.
some of the DLC in New Vegas was pretty cool. Like
Yeah.
Big Mountain with all the lobotomites and the floating brain canister robots.
Oh, okay.
You
Yeah,
have-
yeah, that's
I've
awesome.
got
and,
the-
and you come back with, like,
Yeah, well, your brain gets
cloak thing or
your,
something,
your
or
brain,
what was it?
your spine, and your heart get
Yeah.
taken out.
yeah, I did that. That was great.
Yeah.
That was lonesome. No, that wasn't lonesome. It was just Big Mountain.
I think it was Big
Yeah,
Mountain.
Big Mountain.
It was
Yeah, that was
weird sci-fi.
super
It
cool,
was
though.
so awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Is this 3?
No, this is New Vegas.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say from number 3, I had already finished it and then got like the PC Game of the Year version, and then obviously it like just dropped it confused me because all of a sudden there was so many extra missions because
Yeah.
all the DLC that was there from the
Yeah, and
start.
you just walk out and they're just
And
like, you can do this.
Yeah, and I was like,
New
freaking
radio
out.
broadcast.
And really early on in the piece, accidentally ended up doing the Alien
The
DLC.
Motherhood Zeta or something.
Yeah, and that's not an early mission to do. Yeah, so I ended up like stuck on a ship, and I think I stopped playing because it was really hard. I'm
guy.
like, damn it! I'm like, this wasn't an early level
What?
thing to do.
What are
And
you
it's,
going to go
it's something that you
for?
can't really choose to do or not do.
No,
You just,
like, 'cause
oh,
it's-
cool alien weapon, and then you get sucked up into a spaceship.
Up we go.
And because it's just added there fairly early on in the piece, like, hey, you
Yeah.
have an extra thing in your journal or whatever, or on your Tom.
Pit
Tom.
boy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like Tom. Your wrist thing.
Is it Pip?
Yeah.
Pip. Yeah.
Your Fitbit.
Your Fitbit.
But that actually, I was enjoying it, but caused me to stop playing. Because I was
Yeah.
like, well, I'm kind of stumped because I'm sick of dying. I'm like, and there seems to be heaps of high level cool stuff here, except it's too early.
Yeah.
Unrelated, before your news segment, other crazy news this week. Did you see Nvidia's announcement for their insane graphics card? The Titan Z or Z?
Really? The
Yeah.
Titans?
Yeah, they love the Titan stuff. Just the laser 12 gig of memory.
Really?
Jesus.
So it's designed specifically. They're like
It's more than 6.
That's more than 7.
it is definitely crazy.
Oh, what the fuck was that?
So just trying to breathe into
But specifically, they sort of released it so that 4K,
Yeah.
and then for the fact that 3D headset stuff has to render 2 screens at 1080 at the same time.
Yeah, it needs
Yeah.
a lot of power for
And
it.
then they're also generally doing between 60 and 120 frames.
Part of the reason why I'm a little bit worried about getting a VR headset for a computer,
Okay,
because to run that much,
And because you have a
dual
Mac?
screens, my Mac is probably more powerful than your computer.
I don't think so.
To run 2 screens at like 90 frames per second, up to 120 frames per second each screen at a high resolution is a lot of power from a computer to run. And the PS4, which is great because it's a closed system, that the
Okay.
Project Morpheus, when that comes out, is running 120 hertz
except
for both screens.
lots of interesting things that come out of whatever conference has been on recently.
Game Developers Conference.
Was that where everyone had the headset stuff?
I think it was the GDC.
And stuff that was like mentioned specifically by the Sony guys. There's a separate box between the PlayStation and the headset, like to help it do stuff. Which I was
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah. And they sort of like mentioned. No one seemed to like talk about that much. But also, it can cleverly seems to output 2D to your screen, to your monitor at the same
Okay.
time, so people can sit there and watch. Whereas you see all the Oculus stuff, and obviously it's that weird two
screen,
thing,
yeah,
and that's
yeah,
no fun
yeah.
for anyone. So they actually put it to your TV as well.
That's awesome.
But then they're saying, like, I think they want stuff to be 120, but I think that little box is just duplicating frames as well.
Possibly. They did say that when they envisioned the PS4, one of the big things the developers of the console needed to actually happen was it needs to render 120 hertz out of the...
But essentially,
Console.
though, it's 240.
Yeah.
Yeah, at 1080.
So I guess if there is a box, that must double it.
Yeah, and then they're like, well, is that not really giving you proper 3D? Is it just like pixel shifting and sort of giving you, like, is it just giving a sort of bit of a duped 3D and not actually rendering the scene from 2 separate perspectives to give you the 3D?
Maybe.
So it's like, and they seem to be really coy about all these little,
Like,
I'll
well, it
never
just seems
tell.
that
yeah.
it seems like they're going to do it, but it's not going to be the full amount of, probably, I guess, what PC could be in the future. But
Oh,
I can't-
definitely the PC will, like, in 10 years' time, be so much more superior, but that's 10 years down the track.
The
When the
upper-
PlayStation 5 just got announced to come out.
Yeah.
Actually, we should mention, Brad, you mentioned something before the podcast to me.
Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
I've not heard this at all. I don't know if you guys have.
Yes, you're an idiot.
Okay. Doug, you just saying that so you
No,
don't
I
get in
really
trouble.
haven't. I don't hear any.
The one thing that made probably the biggest amount of news was that
Mobile gaming.
before anything was actually announced, it came up Nintendo ZX. Is that right?
NX.
NX, sorry.
Yeah.
Nintendo NX. Now, before anything about that was announced, EB Games put up pre-orders for it.
Yep.
What?
They said you can get pre-orders for it, put some money
Crazy.
in. They had no fucking clue what it was. It could have been like who knows what it could have been, a poster.
Could have been Uno. Is that right? You go, could have been Unos.
Yeah, well,
Could have been bunches of cards.
EB has always been pretty quick to jump the shark on that sort of stuff, though. They just kind of want
Jump
money.
the shark.
Jump the shark.
Is that
Jump,
right
the,
saying?
jump the gun.
Shoot the
no,
shark.
no.
I thought it was shoot the shark.
Shoot
Jump,
the
yeah,
shit.
no, it is
You
jump the
shoot
gun.
shit,
Yeah.
Lucas.
Jump
I thought it was shark the gun.
Shark the shark?
But did they actually announce any specifics beyond we have new hardware?
That's it. It's just they were developing a new console. We're codename NX.
And they also, I can't remember who they're doing it with, but they said, hey,
Whoa!
we're-
Trolley boy! That's exciting!
I've not heard anything.
He's salivating.
they're delivering Nintendo games for phone.
Shit, yeah, I can't remember who it was now either, because they're closely working with a specific company.
So what they're going to do is they're going to go, well, we've realised that all our old games from Super Nintendo can work on a phone, so we'll develop an engine.
There's going to be
Apparently,
no,
it's
they had
not.
said
It's all new
it'll be
content.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Yeah.
a Nintendo president up on stage, just going, "We are developing a console, a phone, an iPod. These aren't three separate devices, everyone." Pulls the names back. This is one device.
All works well.
The Nintendo Nux.
Nooks.
What's next for Nintendo? That was terrible. I'm sorry.
Oh, I get it now.
Yeah.
Probably better than
Still-
most,
All right,
most
talking
of
about
Lucas's.
the code names next, I have a list of game console code names over the years before the consoles actually got official names.
Xbox.
So what's this segment called?
I can't-
The segment's called Trivia.
Oh, trivia.
Okay, ready?
Kinda
Trivia.
Wow, that's original.
Trivia
Let's go.
question. All right.
Lucas, just 1 second.
Keep your notes
Are
away
you
from my
doing-
eyes.
Are you doing Ask X Person? We get to go. Are you stealing this from Skeptic?
I actually
This is another podcast that you're stealing
Yeah.
shit from. You
Yeah.
fucking dodgy.
I do like it. I like the competitive nature.
What do they call it on that podcast?
We can't say
I
it.
can't even remember.
Okay, it
Yeah,
was science or
fiction.
fiction, but this is
This
totally
is totally,
different.
it's totally different.
Okay. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna say a code name, and you guys have to guess which console.
Shit.
How far back in the
Lucas,
era
I
are you
want you
going?
to present it the same way they do it and say three pieces of, three facts. And then we need to say
He's not
whether
even
it's
prepared
truth
for
or
that, I
fiction.
bet you.
He's not prepared for that. But next week, from next week,
This is made by Microsoft. It does have X in its real name, and there's no numbers in it.
a little bit more obscure. Go.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna ask one from. Okay,
you just
actually,
hurry
no,
up?
I figured it out.
Holy
it's gonna be,
shit.
It's going to be one from the 16-bit era.
Oh,
Okay, one from the next era, and then one from the next era,
And then one more again.
Yeah, I guess one more. Okay, maybe a handheld.
Okay.
Okay, so there's going to be four, and you guys have to guess which ones are from which. Okay, one. Okay, first off, okay, Project Reality.
Oh.
Okay.
are you telling us which?
I'm not going to say which one. You have to.
Oh, you're not telling us what.
Okay, is this consoles or is this
These are consoles.
other things as well?
I'm not going to do any handhelds. This is just consoles.
But this isn't a peripheral.
Not a peripheral.
All right.
No.
Project
Okay.
Reality.
Project Reality. I'm going to
like-
just do three. Okay, just to make it a bit easier.
Yeah.
Okay? Project Reality. Okay.
Can't we just guess them while you are saying?
No, do all three. Hurry up.
no. The Xenon.
Have you pronounced
Okay.
that correctly?
Okay, and the Jupiter.
Now,
Okay, are you going up in timeline or are you fucking chop and change?
Just chop and changing.
Shit.
Okay.
Now I've got Sega starting
Okay.
two of them.
Okay.
And what are we
let's
actually
start
trying to
again.
guess?
Okay.
Which-
Let's start again.
Now, were these consoles that came to market?
Yes. There's all market
And-
consoles.
okay.
Okay.
And they can be obscure? How,
No, this is just either one of them. Okay. Is no one's a Nintendo console.
So just to clarify, I hate you right now.
One
I
is
second that.
one is a Sega console.
A what?
Sega.
Okay.
And one is a Microsoft console.
I don't like the way.
Hang on,
this
one's Sega, one's Microsoft.
Yeah.
Sega. And one's. You said three.
Nintendo.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'll read them out again. Project Reality,
Xbox 360.
Xenon,
These guys smiling. It is Xbox 360.
and Jupiter.
So Jupiter, I'm guessing, is the Sega Saturn.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Because they're really creative about that.
Okay, all right. Jupiter, Sega Saturn.
I
Okay.
think Project Reality was Nintendo.
Project Reality, I would say.
It could be a Wii.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to pick a console. You can't just
Shit.
throw out just names, just brands.
And what was the last thing? The what?
There was a Microsoft, a Sega,
No, what
and a
was the
Nintendo.
names?
Xenon,
Yep.
and Project Reality,
Xenon.
and Jupiter.
No. I would say Jupiter would be the Dreamcast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I
that's
come after the Saturn.
Remember, there's one from the 16-bit era, one from the 32-bit era, and one from
Era.
The area.
the era, and one from the next. Last
But
gen.
then again,
One from last gen.
Dreamcast was fucking who knows what era that was in.
That was last gen.
Was it?
Yeah.
It's a long gen ago.
So
Actually, no.
Xbox
Dreamcast was
360 and
PS3.
PS3.
The era before.
Yeah, PS1.
Yeah.
But after it was late, wasn't it?
Okay, it's not
No,
Dreamcast.
PS2.
Sega Saturn
Okay, Sega Saturn.
is Jupiter. Project Reality.
I'd say 360. Or it could be a Wii. I'm going reality. It definitely, given that Microsoft are doing the, whatever their hollow deck thing's called, it just seems like a Microsoft.
I would say Nintendo Wii.
Sounds like a Microsoft
Yeah.
naming convention.
We're kind of stuck between Wii or GameCube.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say Nintendo Wii.
All right, and Xenon. Xenon. What do you reckon?
Xenon.
throws
Yeah.
me.
Well, you've got a Nintendo and a Sega one now, so this is a Microsoft one. Which console was the Xenon?
It was the original
The
Xbox.
Xbox 4.
Xbox 4.
No, 360.
I'm going original.
Okay. All right, I'll read them out in chronological order.
Yep.
From age. Project Reality was the oldest console on the list.
Oh,
That was the Nintendo 64.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
wow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Shut the fuck up!
Because of the 60.
Yeah, make sense. 64 was real. The graphics, crazy.
I didn't know we'd still had James with the podcast.
The Jupiter was the Sega Saturn.
Yep. So I
Yep.
got that. Woo!
And the Xenon was the Xbox 360.
Did I get that?
No.
No.
No, I didn't get that.
No, yeah,
No, you
no,
did.
yeah,
Okay.
you
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
And I
no,
said
no.
the original.
Yeah.
I was going to say just because of the Xenon, I was like, only because of the X. I assume
It was an X, yeah. It
was a
That-
stupid
That was going to be
segment.
my only other guess.
Hang on,
was
you
like
had a whole
because
piece of
that.
paper for that. Oh, you got
Got
more.
other
It's
stuff.
heaps, so don't look them up because I'll ask these again next week.
Oh,
but
okay.
I think next week what I'll do is I'll say 3 names and 3 consoles, and you got to mix them up.
Okay, that's a good
Yeah,
idea.
that'd be better because that was a bit hard.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
But I wouldn't be opposed if you do it, like I said, just exactly rip off the other podcast.
I'm totally going to do that and
give us
steal
like-
the other podcast idea.
It's actually pretty good. It's fun.
Yeah, it is
Prove
because I
how-
try and do it myself.
Prove
Hello,
how
plagiarism?
little- no, it's-
Yes, that's us.
We haven't tell them we haven't played Hotline Miami too.
No, we played gun down.
Yeah,
Picks
that's
of
right.
blood, guts.
So video games.
What were the 3 questions that you were going to ask, bro?
Oh, I completely. What were the 3 questions that we asked every guest on? What are your?
What is your name? You've got that so far.
Yeah, I
Very
did
well.
forget
Nearly
that.
forgot
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your? Oh yeah, what's your 3 favorite games?
At the moment or in general?
All time.
Oh, shit.
Okay. What is your favorite console generation?
You're just making this.
We never fucking ask these
We
questions.
don't have time for these.
No, no.
Just what have you been playing this week?
Yeah.
Monster Hunter. Oh, actually, I played the new demo for Final Fantasy 15.
Really?
Oh, sweet. Fill us in on PT. Because I played that last night. Shit
Personal
myself.
training?
It's got
Turn it
nothing
off.
to do.
No, I know. It's like,
Like, yeah, what?
Oh, but,
hey, it was a segue to what I
did you
watched.
play the other Final Fantasies?
Yeah.
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 So
Are you a big Final Fantasy fan to see?
I kind of, didn't really like 13. Like, story-wise, 13 was fantastic, but gameplay was fucking weird.
yeah.
I still haven't actually played 13-2 or Lightning Returns.
Yeah.
12 was probably my favourite.
Yeah. Is that the one? What's that?
Yeah, that's the one that had lots of characters
Yeah,
that you got to be.
and it was very long, and there was
Shut up,
chocobos
you
in
guys.
it.
It was chocobos.
Yeah, and
There's one of
magic.
them doesn't have chocobos, doesn't it?
No, all of
12
them
was still turn-based. Is that right?
It was kind of
Hybrid.
like a weird hybrid. So you could kind of move around. But yeah, it was kind of turn-based.
Like if you waited too long, the console
I'm just
would turn
going
off.
to not be talking for this section of the podcast. Like, no Final Fantasy background.
You can hold up this over your face if you like.
Yeah, and read all the answers.
Read the
for Lucas's shit. God, you dumb Luke.
That's what that
So-
might be the
So,
one.
okay, 15. Fill us in because that game looks absolutely amazing.
It's
The graphics
really-
look phenomenal.
So what
really
were you
pretty.
playing that on?
On the Xbone.
Yep.
Yeah. So I got is it Type 0? Yeah. Type 0 is the game that the demo
Type
came
0
with.
HD.
Still haven't played Type 0 yet.
Oh, you just got it for
Just
the
got it
demo?
for the
Yeah,
demo.
yeah. Someone else came into work and they're like, I'm buying this just for the demo. I'm like, really? I'm like, this
Yeah.
feels like Star Wars Episode 1 of Phantom Menace. You're going to be disappointed, son.
I think it's a portion of the actual game. Like, the main concept of it is your awesome car that you can drive around the whole open world in is
It
broken
is open
down.
world.
Yeah. But the car's broken down. So the
Right.
main objective is to get money so you can repair your car. And I'm pretty sure once you repair your car, the demo's over.
What
Oh,
game
really?
is this?
Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
Driving a car?
It's yeah, I know. So it's set in like a
Watch
futuristic.
some videos on YouTube,
Yeah.
Doug.
I'm really confused
That's
right
the thing.
now.
Who the fuck would want to fix a car or even drive a car around when there's monsters that are like fucking 100 foot high?
Yeah, but they look so
yeah.
freaking cool as you drive
They
them
do.
past.
You don't go near them.
No, you drive past like
That's probably why his car's broken.
It's fucking flooring.
Oh, get out of it!
Yeah,
And it's very lowered, isn't it? It's a lowered car.
yeah, it
Poor
is.
choices. Poor choices in
I
life.
haven't seen it like in game yet because you start.
It's broken
off
down,
and
Reece.
It's
Yep.
You got to fix it.
No. Maybe if you just raise it up a bit, it'll start driving.
Did
Yeah.
the game actually start off saying car repair simulator 2015?
Oh, well, I think it's 2016 when the game's actually coming out. So
So you don't reckon it'll be out this year?
No, I don't know. I hope it is,
Yeah.
but if it is, I hope they tighten the controls up a little bit because the control system's weird. It's very different from any Final Fantasy game.
I had a weird vision of like
They
a
always
PS4
make,
controller
like,
with lacquer
different
bands around it.
studios.
No, it's always Square Enix.
Well,
It's
I
maybe
know.
different development teams though. So I'm not 100% sure.
Because they've been chopping and changing a lot every
Okay, this
generation
game
at
this
the
game
moment.
used to be Final Fantasy
Versus?
versus 13,
Yeah.
and then everyone was like, "Oh my god!" When they like, "It's not this anymore, it's 15," and they're like, "Ah, they changed the name." Hallelujah! With the old king. Oh!
I kind of hope they went more with like a Kingdom Hearts style gameplay. That would probably work.
So you just
a lot
want to be
better.
goofy in this one.
I said gameplay, not
Ah.
actual.
Goofy is
universe.
gameplay, man. Goofy is life.
Goofy is life. Yeah.
Hashtag.
What? Stop hashtagging shit.
Hashtag Goofy is life.
That's right. Well, we got
Look at
lots
Doug,
of-
he's just like, what the fuck are they talking about?
No, I was just like, Lucas.
Hashtag.
Hashtag dickhead.
So
That's pretty well.
Yeah, it's a little unsettling.
After playing it, you'll want to buy it?
Yeah. I heard, look,
You were going to buy it anyway.
Yeah.
You bought Final Fantasy Type 0 HD
just to play the demo.
play the demo, yeah.
Are you a massive JRPG fan?
Yeah.
I'll ask you this
Okay.
other question.
No, it's like, talk about massive JRPG. The weirdest Japanese role-playing games come through work. I grab one. like 2 copies will come in. One gets put aside every time for this guy.
Really?
I don't pick all of them up
Well,
because I don't have enough time to play every single JRPG.
that's
this
so
is one
massive.
way to know if you're a proper JRPG fan. Have you played Suikoden?
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
Whoa.
You win.
But I think it was Suikoden 2.
That's,
Oh,
that's
even
better.
better!
I don't remember much of it.
Second-
It was a very
I'm not a
long time
fan.
ago.
Second question. Second question. What is the greatest Japanese RPG of all time?
This is a trick question.
Well, no. If you are a Japanese RPG player, not that we are.
No, we're not. That's not the only JRPG we've ever played, really.
Okay, our favourite is Suikoden 2.
Yeah, I figured as much.
I've finished Suikoden 2, so...
You just finished it?
No, I said I haven't finished it. I
But
still
you
gotta
just
buy
bought it recently,
I'm
didn't you?
just about to buy it.
You're
I keep
about
saying
to.
I'm going to buy it.
It's
but I'm
PS1,
about to
yeah.
buy it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's so good.
Actually,
It's $8 on the PlayStation Store.
really?
1 and 2.
And physical copies of
You need a
500.
PS, for PS3, but...
Yeah.
Are we going to play Battlefield? Hardline?
Well, we need to buy it.
Yeah.
Are we going to do that? That's right.
We
That
probably
kind of
should.
I think we
both
should.
One of the same. Apparently, single player is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally different.
They've added a lot of funny things in this game. Like, they've just really gone, hey, hoopy-doo. That's some funny things in this game.
Funny in a ha-ha or funny like odd choices?
Funny as in like haha, like as in like
It's got some comedy
all those
to it.
random
Comedic relief.
like
But the-
reload things and multiplayer. But then I was watching a video of like a character that it doesn't. I don't know if it was planned, but all the motion capture for it was right. Like you're running through a hallway and there's another guy next to you, and he goes to jump over like a trolley. He trips over and falls over and tumbles, and he gets back up and he's like, ooh.
In
And
the
he keeps
single
going.
player?
Yeah. So, which the way that the character responded didn't seem like it was just a random thing. It was like that was put into the game
Yeah.
to happen.
It is the developers behind the Dead Space games, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and now this confused me too. I thought, like, once again, Doug can prove how little he knows. But the Battlefield, different studio. I thought DICE made all the games. Clearly not.
No.
Or is that just changed?
They probably just
DICE
publishers.
right now are working on Star Wars Battlefront
Or is that
Which is coming out.
Mirror's Edge 2.
and Mirror's Edge 2.
Yeah.
I guess they're
I
working
think-
on multiple games.
I think DICE is still in that one. I guess they have multiple divisions.
They would have.
development
It'd be
teams.
like Naughty Dog, which would have a couple of teams working
Yeah.
on stuff. By now, they'd be big enough for that.
But it,
Yeah.
it seems like a good choice with Battlefield, with Hardline. Like in terms of to have single. It's funny.
Well, I
Reese
think it's
would have cared
fantastic.
so much about this 18 months ago when you had no internet.
Yeah.
Like the fact that Battlefield has apparently quite a good single player campaign.
Yeah, well,
and
Battlefield
even
4 single player was awesome.
And although most
Says the
people think-
only one who
Yeah.
thinks that.
So I'm going to stay quiet for this bit because I don't play Battlefield.
Look, Battlefield 4 single player was the best looking FPS single player I've ever played.
It doesn't
Because
make for a
graphically
good
looked
game.
awesome, but it actually was pretty cool. Like it was better than any Call of Duty
I
after Modern Warfare 2.
I got over the military shooters like after Modern Warfare 3. Like actually at Modern Warfare 3, I played that when I was like, "This is horrible. I don't really
I
like
always
these military shooters
struggled
anymore."
with the characters to
Yeah.
care. Like it was just like, yeah, I'm doing a level, and that was it.
Yeah, I
Like,
never followed. I literally played it just to shoot people. That's,
Yeah. That's why we don't have guns in
but
Australia.
I'm actually like Battlefield Hardline looks really interesting because it seems like a cop funny, cop
Yeah,
movie
and
or
they
something
do.
like this.
I think they do some of the cop drama stuff,
Yeah.
like a little bit cliche. But then, even I heard the developer talking about it last week. Listened to him on another podcast, but that they wanted the whole drop in, drop out experience they do previously on this coming up next time. So when you exit, apparently every time they're like next time, and to give you a bit
really?
of to like try and draw you back to keep.
Oh, that's
playing
awesome.
So
next
you're
time.
like, I need to go to bed. Next time on Battlefield Hotline, shit, I have to keep playing.
Another episode.
So
Like,
that-
is this Netflix?
But-
the whole season out?
I actually don't mind that they went back to really specific episode stuff like, I guess Doom or, lots of first person shooters originally were like, here is a specific level.
I'm just happy that they've tried a really different thing.
Yeah. Why
Instead
not?
of just
I couldn't
doing
do that.
war or future war or war in the past.
But from the single
They're actually
player
doing
side,
like another gun related thing, but like more, story based games are taking over more than just gameplay in a way, which always did.
But I think the tech now allows them to have big, a lot of interior locations. I
Yeah.
don't think you could have done that as easily before.
It allows you to not be limited by what the technology allows you to what your imagination can actually put in.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
you can put in as much as you're thinking in a game now, whereas before it was like, hey, you can put in this much, but if you want more, nah, it's not going to run.
Yeah, they may have wanted to do cops versus robbers seems like a really obvious thing to do, but then
It's like Cowboys versus Indians.
you go back through. Yeah, that'd be a cool one too. I'd play that.
No.
That's racist.
You go back to the previous Battlefield where it's quite open. There was, the buildings didn't have much in them.
No, they were just
It was essentially, it was just part of the level. It was
Yeah.
didn't really feel like a proper interior.
Well, this is
location.
They were more
warehouse.
like load up sections.
yeah,
You went through a building so it could load up the outside a bit more.
just a bunker in World War II. Pretty simplistic, not much going on, and it was just a big sprawling space. And that once again was limitation of what was available. But instead, you could have a truckload of players, 64 players. So
yeah, that was great. Battlefield 2 was excellent online.
But now it's hey, we can do a really high res built up city. It's probably smaller map size wise, but and there's heaps going on. Everything blows up. There's explosions and crap everywhere. And I suppose actually have cops versus robbers be fun. Like, I just don't think you could have done that even a few years ago.
So multiplayer was shit.
I liked it.
I hated it.
On what?
Multiplayer.
Like the
on what
beta.
about Hardline?
Oh, you guys. Oh, you
Yeah, I
played
played
that?
it.
Me, Doug.
Oh, really?
I played on
the
PC.
beta.
You played PS4?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you played on PC. We didn't actually play it together, did we? That's probably why I didn't enjoy it, to be honest.
You need to play with friends. It's just like Evolve right now. I'm like, it doesn't even go on my console.
That's going to be traded
I'm
in
sorry,
pretty
you-
soon if
you
someone
should
doesn't
have
play
been-
that.
We
with
need
me.
to play that.
You should have got on
fucking head in.
Xbox.
Why? Because you
Because
play
I
with
did.
it. Yeah. But I wanted to play with these guys.
Yeah, I do too. So let's play it.
Well, let's
For
do
fuck's
it.
sake.
Let's
Well, now-
actually text me.
Now
Hey,
I've
we'll
moved
play
my
a game.
PlayStation.
Have you got Evolve now?
Yeah, I've had it for a while.
Oh,
Yeah, we've
God
all
damn.
got,
But
we've
now
all
I've
got
moved
Evolve.
my
Well, let's
PlayStation
evolve
to...
from here to play the game.
All right,
Yep.
cool. Done.
Also, let's talk about
Final thing.
Hideo Kojima.
What's
Quit.
he done
He's leaving
now?
Konami.
What's he done there? He's leaving Konami. So
Eventually.
He said that this would be the last Metal Gear title.
this is the last Metal Gear title he does. So
That's
he's
what I
probably-
just said to
He
Reese.
said it
Reese,
so much.
I said that you were like, he's quit Metal Gear, not Final Fantasy. He's quit. And I was like, yeah, he quit at Metal Gear Solid 2.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
he's just doing
It's
it
like-
just to piss everyone off because he is a bit of a...
But didn't he
Shits and
say
giggles fella.
specifically this is the last one within the series?
This is the last one.
No, this one
His-
he's going to work on.
Yeah, his
so
series.
pretty much what he's saying is if another one comes out, it's not going to be good.
What, you mean like Metal Gear Rising? That was freaking
That
awesome.
was so good. I love how he
Yeah.
dropped that. And just went, fuck this is shit.
All the tech stuff that excited me when the original...
Yeah, I know.
original
Walking
one.
around
The
chopping
origi-
up the onion,
the original
not
one
the
was
onion, the
awesome.
watermelon. It was a big onion.
No, and how cool was the robot thing? And it'd cut off one arm and then he'd like balance on his other legs.
Yeah.
So I really liked the game,
Which one?
Metal Gear Rising.
Oh, that's
No, you really enjoyed Metal Gear Rising. But,
yeah.
but I guess you also like...
Do you like Ninja Gaiden?
I've only really played one of them, and it was.
I would say the
alright.
genre of that is more like Devil May Cry, Bayonetta,
Yes.
and
Well, it's made by Platinum Games.
Bayonetta?
which made
Bayonetta.
Bayonetta, yeah.
Do you think it was a bad game or people just didn't like it because they wanted it to be
Yes.
the franchise?
Yes.
And obviously he dropped it because he wasn't happy with what he was getting out
I
of it.
wasn't happy with the tech.
It's
that was
funny how
happening.
many tech videos that Lucas and I probably ended up on the level of, that looks freaking amazing. All the Star Wars pre-Unleashed stuff, like when they're throwing stormtroopers around, the stuff they showed for Indiana Jones game that was never made.
Oh, yeah.
So there was
Oh.
all the really cool stuff that ended up in GTA
What,
4.
pushing the guy over the box. Look at him fall naturally. I was like, this is amazing. And then it came out in Grand Theft Auto 4. I was like, it's still amazing, but I'm not Indiana Jones.
Except you knock into a car and then you'd teeter and almost fall over.
Yeah,
or
wait,
something.
were you like... Then-
But I feel there's been a few games where they've shown they're like, this is the really cool tech that's going to make it into the game, and it makes it into the game in a way softer version than what they envisioned, or it's just not that fun.
Yeah.
You're like, it's really impressive from a technical standpoint, but doesn't actually translate into cool gameplay.
Yeah.
Which is obviously what he had said, why he dropped it on the game. Like when they were making it, it's like, yeah, it's really cool, you can cut everything up,
But
but it's then not a fun
yeah.
game.
What's not? Is it even canon? Is it canon to the Metal Gear story?
I don't think.
I don't think it was.
No, I don't.
I think
so.
they just used
I think they kind of were like, yeah, it totally is, but it's
But it's
not really.
Yeah.
It's like the same universe up until this point, and then it just branches off in its own direction.
So, he's left,
Well, he's leaving.
leaving Konami.
For real
After-
this time? Or?
He'll probably make his own.
Well, okay, so prior to this, it was like, this is my last Metal Gear. He said for like 4 or 5 times. I don't think he's ever said he's going to leave Konami, but I could be
Yeah,
wrong.
it's-
Does
so-
he age?
No.
No,
Doesn't
well,
look like it, does
no.
it? Like, he just gets younger. He just looks like he gets
pretty
younger.
much.
He hit max level.
He's
Yeah.
got a Benjamin Button thing going on.
Yeah. But that means he's not going to be doing PT. Not PT.
Silent Hills.
Silent Hills.
Yeah.
Well, it's,
Doug, you enjoy that?
Because that's Konami.
Del Toro is doing that, isn't it?
No,
But Hideo was working on that
Well,
as well.
yeah. Yeah, they were paired up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Has
that's...
there been a good Silent Hill for a while?
No,
In
no.
most people's eyes.
Silent Hill was going down the gurgler big time.
If-
Because what was the most recent one? Was it Downpour?
Yeah.
No.
Think so.
Yeah.
Maybe I might be wrong, but that was really bad.
Okay,
I didn't mind it. It was better than
So that doesn't mean it's good.
the one before it. What was that?
It was that bad you can't remember it. I had
Yeah.
no idea.
Homecoming?
Or was that the most recent?
No, Downpour is
Downpour.
more recent than Homecoming.
Okay. Well, then, yeah. So, anyway, I played a bit of PT. Anyway, we'll talk about that next week.
Did you really?
Yeah.
How did you do that? By yourself?
No.
Lights on.
with your wife.
She was in the room.
Yeah.
Then
And you're like, play for me.
okay, I'll fill these in. Okay,
Jesus Christ, atmospherical, like...
went through multiple doors multiple times. Got fucking freaked out when I turned around. The door was open. I was like, "What the fuck's going on, Lauren?" And she's like, "I'm not even looking." I'm like, "Just look! I'm gonna care if it's behind me." So I walked up and then went through the door again. Kids started like crying in the game. I was like, "Can't do this."
No.
And Lauren's like, "I can't do this." I was like, "You can't do this. I can't do this. We're not
You're
doing
a parent,
this."
Luke. You
Turn
should
that
be able
shit
to
off.
handle children crying.
No, not when I'm playing a freaky game and a kid crying, which then in my head, if the kid wakes up in the middle of the night, I'm like, something fucked up's going to happen. A door's going to open as I'm going to look after my child.
And the child's like, Daddy!
I can
yeah,
even
so-
play Doom 3, so...
Hey, I did flashlight mod.
Yeah, I could only play it with the flashlight mod. Yeah.
Good times. Good times.
God, that was a great mod. It was like 1.1 meg.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Good times.
Back in 56k days. Or even, that was broadband. Anyway, yeah, so stopped it, haven't played it, but I am going to try and get back into it. Have you played it?
No.
Okay. I'm not going to do any more because Lauren said we should play it and
Yeah.
we should do a video.
We could.
Okay, cool.
Should do that.
But
It's
he's
so
not
Your
going to...
best of laughs? Why
We're
did I
very
say
behind
laughs?
the times when things come out, but we did like Outlast when it was out for a fair while. We're like, we're going to be popular. Oh, sweet, 10 views. Yeah.
Your best of video from the end of that was quite funny. I just watched the laughs one.
That's all you need to
The
watch.
funny, scary compilation.
And that was
Yeah.
good. I actually like just at you freaking out.
He's a little bitch, isn't he? I'm just going to play by myself. Oh, no. Let's wait. By myself.
And then I went to play City Skylines after that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was happy. Yeah.
You're like, I'm such a badass
I
gamer.
guess that's why I had like the cross on every road in
Which?
City Skylines. I made like when
Lots
I
of
don't-
crossroads.
Anyway, back to Silent Hills and Kojima. What's your thoughts?
I don't know if you're being silly now. Silent Hills, really?
It's called Silent
Doug,
Hills.
Yeah.
That's why I said you really enjoy this,
I,
man.
I
Real-
thought you were just being silly in reference.
For how long? Like, I don't run jokes that long.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, whoa.
It's
I'm like,
been months since
I'm like,
this game's
that's-
come out. You're like,
that's
well,
really
it can't be called that.
What was that?
It
What
is.
was the last game that had like Ground Zeroes?
Yeah,
He loves
which is
S's
made
at
by
the end.
Hideo Kojima as well. So he's just like, let's put S's on it.
It's a
I'm
sequel.
pretty sure it's a lost in translation thing. We've got a terrible PR
But
team. No one has told them
He's
that
so
you don't just put an S
he's
on
so
it.
powerful now that like they don't want to like say
They don't want
anything
us
to
to.
him.
They're like, do you
Hideo, what's
think
your new trademark? S's.
Do you think he knows?
It's fantastic. Love it.
Brilliant game.
But maybe it's a test for his team and he wants someone to stand up to him, and no one has.
So he's like, yeah, this is going to be
He's
great.
purposely putting like
He's
spelling
like,
mistakes
he's
in
like
the game.
today I would like to announce I've quit Konami's.
Well, he did put up.
What are you doing,
Put up,
Kojima?
he did put up a picture, like saying his final breakfast meal or something, which was a sausage and some mashed potato. So he probably would have just gone.
Dying?
I don't know, maybe he's not, who knows? But
Maybe he's just one off
we
breakfast.
could have just said sausages and mashed potatoes.
It's like hashtag no more sausage.
Sausages.
Sausages.
And they'd be like, Hideo, there's one sausage. It's not plural. He's like, it's plural.
There's more. You just can't see it.
One sausage. Fantastic. 10 out of 10.
So, Doug,
I'm
to
assuming
answer
that's
your
his
question.
assistant. You're
Yeah.
the little assistant.
Well, they always have their Metal Gear shows, and there's always this. I don't know what she's doing there. She just asks them stuff that they could just say anyway. Like it's just communication things.
Did you play all of Ground Zeroes?
Yes.
So you-
As in, I played through the
which
2
ones?
hours and then traded it in.
Did you plays it?
But
Did I play through it?
Did you play all of the different levels?
all the extra things that you
all
could
the
do.
extra, all the
Putting
extra.
an S or
That
something
that
on
didn't
one.
change.
Why?
That didn't change the story. You just did the same thing in different ways.
Yeah, well, it showed off the engine.
Yeah.
Essentially, that's what Ground Zeroes was. It was.
It was
have
a demo.
Have a look at Fox Engine.
It was
It's
a
like we
purchase
change
demo.
our button configurations, and now it's playable.
Oh, I know. It's good. I know. But I was so frustrated because I'm like, it's not working. And then I was
so
like,
much better.
this works.
So much better.
Because he makes an appearance in Ground Zeroes.
Kojima?
Yes.
Does he?
Does he?
You have to rescue Kojima from
What?
the facility. How have you not known this?
Are you even a fan?
I don't keep up with the
You're not
latest
a real
Christmas.
JRPGer.
No.
Like, I'm sorry, you kept coming up, like, every time I would come up to you and mention Metal Gear, you'd, like, lose your shit.
He's like, oh my god, do you know Grey Fox? I love him! I love him, let's go! What's his name? I don't know. Grey
You're not
Fox!
a real fans.
No.
Doug, you're trying to get another one in.
You're like a child.
He's, I have no comment on this whole
Yeah, so I'm
conversation.
just like dropping these. I'm like thinking them up, like, yeah, be relevant.
Oh, fuck.
I'm still here, guys.
Yeah,
Guys.
Okay, I think we should call it quits for this episode. Yeah,
Quitzes.
I've had fun. Thanks for joining us, Brad.
That's cool.
Yeah, Brad's.
Look,
Brad's.
have a look at the laugh spikes.
It's all me.
But. That's alright. Look us up
That's a
on
reference to an old episode.
Yes, it is. Look us up on Facebook.com/the Trusty Crowbar. YouTube.
.com/Trusty Crowbar podcast.
Yep. Twitter. Trusty Crowbar.
AU.
Yep. And go to trustycrowbar.com.
Which doesn't exist yet.
No.
It might one day. Something might happen.
We need to
you
put
have a
up,
tweet?
like
Leave
the
a comment.
GeoCities Day,
Leave
put
a-
up a little under construction thing.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Leave a comment on YouTube.
GeoCities. The actual GeoCities one. We should write that.
If you're on YouTube, leave a comment about anything. If you got any questions for us or you want to ask us to talk about anything next week, leave it. If you thought Brad was shit, tell us. We won't put him on again. That's alright.
That's cool.
If you thought Doug...
I understand.
He's not going
If you thought Doug's
Suck
not
it,
going
internet.
if Doug gets ranked worse, we'll replace those two.
Yep.
Like, just swap
We'll still do it in
Yeah.
Doug's house, but
Yeah,
he'll just
Still
be...
Doug, he'll just be over there.
And they're being like, suckers, I'm actually playing games.
Producing the podcast.
We should do that one day.
I'd suddenly become like more helpful to have all this info. I've been playing games, guys.
Like,
You're
Doug,
we
you're
don't
off.
care.
You're off
We don't
the
care, Doug.
podcast.
You've had your chance.
All right. Well, I'm Reese Winningslow.
I'm Lucas Whittingslow.
I'm Douglas Bryant.
Thank you to the special guest this week.
I thought you were going to like thank you and cut him off. Like, thank you, goodbye. Like,
It's like, oh, Brad.
Beautiful. Farewell, people.
Oh,
Thanks for having me.
That's it. Cheers.
Toodles.
Yeah. Do you want to come on again?
Sure.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you want me on again?
We'll see what the comments say.
All right.
Yeah. If they make it.
if we get none, yeah.
I'll just put no comments on that.
If you get yeses, then you're all good.
Well done.
So,
Fart.
so nothing in yeses, I'm good. If
Yeah,
you get
see
no, still possibly good.
Yeah.
And Doug's off. Farewell.